Hello everyone, thank you for joining with me. Today, you will share your ideas on this topic that is visible on the screen. And already I have shared it in our all groups. So I hope all of you have taken your preparation on this topic properly. So you will share your ideas on the three parts, that is part 1, part 2, and part 3. So I will start from part 1, and after this speaking class, we have a listening class. Okay, who is ready? Please raise your hands. Yeah, Shwekot Raja. You are permitted, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Shwekot. I don't know, Shwekot, what's your problem. You can unmute yourself. Okay, maybe he is not ready. Never mind. Are you ready?
Hello, teacher. Good night. Hello, everyone. How are you? Yeah, I'm ready. I want to speak about, firstly, I want to speak about myself, of course. I am Naiva from Azerbaijan. I am married. I have 2 sons. And I think that's all about me. And now I want to speak about the part 1 questions. And how often do you see your neighbors? I want to emphasize that I am every day I am busy. That's why I cannot see my neighbors. I sometimes see them. I can imagine I see them in the lift all the day. Maybe sometimes I go the yard or garden. I said there. That's enough. I think that. Do you invite your neighbors to your home? No, actually, I don't like. I don't like the guests. The other guests, of course, not my parents or my friends, but neighbors. I don't like because I don't know why. Maybe I have no time. Maybe is that. And do you think you are a good neighbor? Neighbor, no. But in many years ago, I can say that I'm a good neighbor, but now no, because I am busy. That's why I cannot speak with them or go to where or go with each other's home. That's why I think I am not a good neighbor. Has a neighbor ever helped you? Yeah, sometimes we helped each other. I want to emphasize that if we have any problems or if we have any or questions or other problems, we help each other. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Your speaking is okay, I'm very okay, but I think when you will describe anything which is related to your personal life, it's better to describe only the positive side. No need to describe your personal thing.
Yeah.
Because in public place, you should say that
okay.
I'm
I
not that much good neighbor, but I try to be a good neighbor. I try to make
Okay.
a
I-
friendship or a neighborhood with my neighbors. I try to communicate with them like this way. Okay.
Okay,
Always, yeah.
that means that I will lie. Yeah.
No, 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 not like this. You can positively express your negative things to those
Okay.
not like this, but you can say, I try to be a good neighbor. It doesn't mean that you are lying. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. Thank you very much. Uh, okay, then the quiz. Uh, Sharmin, you can unmute yourself and share your ideas.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Yeah, Sharmin. Please read out the question and answer it. I have a phone call, so I will be busy for 30 seconds. But you continue, I will listen to you. Please go ahead.
Firstly, I start my topic. First question: how often do you see your neighbors? Okay, I see my neighbors at least a few times in a week. We usually see each other when we are leaving for work in the morning, and maximum time coming home in the evening. We see each other. And the next question: do you invite your neighbors to your home? Yes, I do. Actually, they often come to visit us and spend some time with us. They also invite us to visit them, and the maximum time we often have parties and celebration together. Twice a month or once a month. It's fixed, and exchanging our views and opinion with each other. I think it's important. And the third question: do you think you are a good neighbor? Yes, I do. I do. I must think that I'm a good neighbor. Of course, I imagine that everybody will say the same thing about being a good neighbor. But as far as I'm concerned, since I have never really had any complaints from my neighbors in the past, nor have I ever had any with them argument, and I guess that it is fair to suggest again that I am a good neighbor. And fourth question, just has a neighbor ever helped you? Yes, I have been lucky to have some good neighbors in my life, and they all have helped me many times on way or another way. For example, my mother is arthritis patient, and especially this disease increases in winter. A couple of months ago, when my mother was so sick, one night my father was busy for his business. My younger two brothers, they stayed in city for their studies, and I am also stayed in my location. That's why my mother stayed alone in our village home. That time, my one neighbor were take care my mother the whole night and called a doctor. That's why I think I must. Actually, I think a neighbor has a neighbor ever helped. It's possible, and every person feel that. That's it.
Shaman, everything is okay. My mother is busy, or my mother was busy with her work, not his work. Huh? You know it
Oh,
very well. Yeah.
actually, sir, I said my father was busy with his
Okay.
work.
This if you want to say like this, right, then no problem. Okay.
Okay.
Then who is ready? Please unmute yourself and start your skills. Anyone?
Sir, I'm ready.
Srestha. Okay. Srestha, yes, just to give an introduction, then I'll go through the question.
Okay, sir. My full name is Faiza Khan Shrestha. You can call me Shrestha. I studied at Bogra Golf Girls High School in class 7. I live in Bogra, Bangladesh.
Okay, your first question, how often do you see your neighbors?
Well, sir, as I'm a student, I don't have much free time, but I try to see my neighbors as soon as possible. I want to make a strong and a solid relationship with my neighbors, and it will help me in my teen year. This type of relationship is important in the time of need and emergency.
Okay. Do you invite your neighbors to your home?
Well, sir, I try to invite my neighbors to my home whenever I can, cause it helps us to understand each other and we can share our pains and solve problems by talking. In leisure time, it gives me pleasure and joy when I feel down and depressed.
Okay. Do you think you are a good neighbor?
Well, I do think that I am a good neighbor. Of course, I reckon that everybody will say the same thing about being a good neighbor. I have never really had any complaints from my neighbors in the past, nor I have ever had any argument with them. I guess that it is fair to suggest again that I'm a good neighbor.
Okay. Sister, your last question from this world. Has a neighbor if I help you?
Sir, I can't understand this again.
Has a neighbor ever helped you?
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I have been lucky to have some good neighbors in my life, and they all have helped me many times on way or another. For example, one of my neighbors helped me about a year ago or so by looking after our home and property for a whole week when I and my entire family had to leave the town because of an emergency matter. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, sister, thank you very much for your space. Well, then who is ready? Please unmute yourself.
I'm ready.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Then.
Okay, sir. My full name is Nanjiba Faiza. You can call me Faiza. I'm from Bogora, Bangladesh, which is a country of South Asia, and I'm a student. And that's about myself.
Okay, first question for you. How often do you see your neighbors?
Well, I see my neighbors very often, but especially I try to see my neighbors whenever I get time. I try to help them in their dangers. And when I go out from my school, I can meet a number of neighbors who are standing and gossiping on the roads. But still, I meet my neighbors most often to keep a good relation with them.
Do you invite your neighbors to your home?
Yes, of course. When any kind of occasion is gonna held at our home, I try to invite all of my neighbors. But if any neighbor are sick, then if he or she can't come to our home, I try to deliver food or presents for them at their own home. And especially on different kinds of festivals and Eid days, I invite my neighbors to my home and serve them different kinds of delicious foods and traditional foods.
Okay. Do you think you are a good neighbor?
As I try to help my neighbors as can as possible, so I think that I am a good neighbor and I behave with my neighbors very well. A person can be good neighbor when all of his or her neighbors love him or her so much. And my neighbors love me very much, and I also love them. I try to help them in their dangers. If any of my neighbors fall sick, then I try to attend on them. And if their illness is very serious, then I try to take them to the hospital. And thus I try to behave well with them all the time.
Uh, has a neighbor ever helped you?
Yes, as I kept a good relation with all of my neighbors, so all of my neighbors try to help them in my danger. And whenever I am or my any of my family members in a danger, then they all rush to help them or me. And a long time ago, I can remember my grandmother fell seriously sick, and all of my neighbors came to help her to take her to the hospital. And it was totally impossible to take her to the hospital without the help of any neighbor. But at that time, all of my neighbors came to help me to take her to the hospital. And thus, all of my neighbors helped me in my danger.
Okay. Okay, Father, thank you very much for your space. Actually, everything is okay, just to practicing. Oh my God, it has been a problem for us. Okay. Okay, dear participant who is ready, please raise the hand signal. I will allow you. Raise the hand signal who is ready, please, or give me a message. Give me a message or raise your hand signal. Asad bin Matin, I'm giving you permission, please unmute yourself. Matin. Yeah. Please. Asad bin Matin. Shiraz.
Hello.
Yeah, Asad.
Yes.
First, you have to introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Asad bin Matin, and please call me Asad.
Where are you from?
And I'm from Bangladesh.
You have to mention the district name.
Yes. The Habiganj, the most exactly
Okay.
Bahubal Upazila.
In this case, you have to say I'm from Habiganj, Bangladesh. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Are you ready for the part one?
yes.
First question for you. How often do you see your neighbors?
Obviously, I often see them when I visit others outdoor, and I visited with them. I spend time with them, and everybody are spend enter my home.
Okay. Do you invite your neighbors to your home?
Yes, obviously. I think I can't enough without them. And when I get in the first at that moment, I inviting them, and that everybody are joined with attention.
Okay. Do you think you are a good neighbor?
Obviously, everybody are neighbors. Neighbors are good because when I get in the struggle moment, they are help me, and the solution at the struggle moment.
Last question for you. Has a neighbor ever helped you?
Obviously, the last week, I have a neighbor. The name is Naim Ahmed, and he got the government occasion. That name is police department. So I help with them by the money, and nowadays he has joined police department by the my money helps.
Okay, so thank you very much for your space. No need to use the same word several times. You are starting your answer obviously. So of course it's not acceptable all the time. You can use it one time, not more than one time. So be careful about it. And this is your first day with us, and I think in spite of that you have done well. So keep practicing and try your level best to join with us. Then you'll be able to improve yourself because now you are at the beginning level.
Yes,
So,
at last Last year they sent the link at my group. That moment I tried join with you, but I didn't to join with him.
Okay, no problem. From now, you will be able to join with us, no problem. And our next class will be on Sunday. Okay. Shiraz. Shiraz, you are permitted. Please unmute yourself. Shiraz.
Assalamu alaikum, Shiraz Viman here from Pakistan.
Yeah. Okay, Shiraz. Now I'll go through the questions for you. First question for you. How often do you see your neighbors?
Your sound is not clear. Can you please repeat the question?
How often do you see your neighbors?
Okay, thank you. I try to see my neighbors as often as possible because it helps me to build up a solid and steady relationship with them, especially if they live in close, approximately near to my house. Besides me, or seeing neighbors as often as possible to important for that we can help out each another during the time of need and in the time of emergency as well.
Okay. Do you invite your neighbors to your home?
Yes, I do try to invite my neighbor to my home whenever I can celebrate a party on occasions, just like Eid celebration, just like Eid Miladun Nabi on different types of occasion. I can because it helps us to understand each another better by exchanging our views and opinion with each another on issue which affect our life. Inviting neighbors to my home also bring me joy and happiness when I feel down and when I got depressed.
Okay. Do you think you are a good neighbor?
Yes, I do think that I'm a good neighbor. Of course, I re- reckon that every day will say the same thing about being a good neighbor. But as far as I concerned, since I have never really had any complaint from my neighbors in the past, or have I ever had any argument with them, I guess that it is a fair suggest again that I am a good neighbor.
Okay. Has a neighbor who helped you?
Yes, I have been lucky to have some good neighbors in my life, and they all have helped me many times, one way to another. For example, one of my neighbor helped me about a year ago or so by looking after our home and property for the whole week when I and my entire family had a leaving town because of an emergency.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Shiraz, thank you very much for your skills. Try your level best to improve yourself because you have fluency problem, you have pronunciation problem also. So try your level best to improve yourself every day.
Thank you.
Then Shrikot, you are permitted. Please unmute yourself. Shrikot Raja. Please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, introduce yourself first.
Hello.
Introduce yourself. Am I audible to you clearly?
My name is Shokat. I live in Pakistan in province of Sakkar, province of Sindh.
Okay. How often do you use your neighbor? How often do you see your neighbors?
I try to see my I try to see my neighborhood as often as possible because it helped me build up a solid and trusty relationship with them.
Okay. Actually, when we question with the WAs how often, and that means we want to know the repetition of any task. Yeah, you can say I meet my neighbor several times in a day, or once in a day, or 4 or 3 times, or several times in a week, like this way. You have to mention the repetition of task. Okay. Suppose
Yes, sir.
you go to Islamabad twice in a month. In this way,
Yeah.
for this, anyone can ask you, how often do you go to Islamabad in a month? Then the answer will
Yes,
be,
yes.
I to go to Islamabad twice in a month. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Uh,
Okay, sir. Mm.
then do you invite your neighbors to your home?
Yes, yes, I do try to invite my neighborhood to my home.
It will be neighbor because neighborhood is abstract now, and I have asked you common noun. So your answer will be neighbors, not neighborhood. Okay. Then do you think you are a good neighbor?
Yes, I think that I am a good neighbor of cases and reckon that everybody will say there's something about being a good neighborhood.
Okay. Uh, has a neighbor ever helped you?
Yes, yes, I have been lucky to have some look neighbor in my life, and they all have helped me many times, one way or another.
Actually, thank you very much for what you have said. We are pleased with it. But for this, you have to
Yes,
mention the name of a particular neighbor who has helped you or who helped you at any time. Okay. So you have to mention the name of the
yes, sir.
neighbor.
Yes, in, sir,
Okay.
in next time.
Okay. Try your level best to take your
Yes,
preparation
yes,
properly
sir.
next time. Shaker, thank you very much. Now, Usman Khurshid, you have raised your hand, so you are permitted. Please unmute yourself. Usman, you can unmute yourself. Where are you? Unfortunately, he has left us. Yes, you are permitted. Please unmute yourself. Yes,
Hello, sir. Good
yeah.
afternoon.
Uh,
Sorry, good evening. Good evening.
good evening. Okay, yes, I
Yes.
go for my sound is clear to you.
Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, the sound is clear. Okay, yes, introduce yourself, then I'll go through the questions.
Well, my name is Yasser Amin. I'm from Pakistan.
First question for you from part one. How often do you see your neighbors?
Well, thank you so much. You are giving opportunity for this. I try to see my neighbor as often as possible because it helped me build up a solid and steady relationship with them, especially if they live in close proximity to me. Besides, seeing neighbor as often as possible is important so that we can help out each other during the time of need and emergency.
Okay. Do you invite your neighbors to your home?
Yes, I would like to invite my neighbors because sometime when festival comes, when festival or some gathering, sorry, I would like to invite my neighbor for that purpose when festival are coming. So we should send a message to them. Please come to my home or like that. So they enjoy my party, and I would like to invite him.
Okay, do you think you are a good neighbor?
Definitely, if you have a good intention, so you will get good result from your neighbor, because when you do help with each other, so you will get positive feedback from other side. So I'm supposed that I'm a good neighbor for everyone because I want to help with each other to resolve their problems, to maintain their work, and to strong communication with them. So I think that's better.
Okay. Has a neighbor ever helped you?
Yeah, sometime I needed help, so there are some neighbor came meet with me and send me message through social media or by direct message, and they tell me that if you need help from if you need help, we already available for you, and we already help for you. We are ready every time if you call me in morning or night. So we are ready for you.
Okay, yes, thank you very much for your speech. Try your level best to take your preparation properly, then you'll be able to speak properly. Okay. Of course, you have to spend some time for your preparation. Shilpa, Shiraz, Shaman. Yeah, all of you have completed your part one. Now you can start your part two. Then first, I will address Naiba ma'am. Please start your part two. You're permitted, ma'am. Unmute yourself.
Hello, teacher again. Firstly, I want to say that all of the participants are fond of the neighbors, except me. I don't know why. Okay, let's start with the task. A very difficult task that you succeed in doing as part of your work or studies. Okay, firstly, I would like to emphasize that, as you know, I am a teacher, and in the school we have more competitions or other, maybe I can say about counselor. I am a counselor in the competition, and we have event in the school. And one day our director said that you must you have new task about the competition, and you have this your you will do it, and without any other person help. And that's why I do it with the children. We learn, we practice which is other, and we have the firstly we have more problem, but it's not I totally agree that we have more problem, and I couldn't agree more that I will do it. I That's why I practice more with my students, and we after that we do it very well. And the firstly director said that it's a great competition I saw in this school. Maybe it's not the firstly, but it's great. Yeah, I reckon it's essential, and I think that it's great for all the students so that they learn new maybe verse or new educational system or other. That's all.
Okay, ma'am, thank you very much. Actually, I have noticed some problems with the tenses. The incident that you have described here is a past incident. So you should use past tense. But I have noticed the mingle of past and present tense in some cases.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that this why this task was very difficult. Was okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for your assist. Okay, then who is ready for part two? Yeah. We will finish part two first. Shamin, perform it, please unmute yourself. Shamin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shamin, and describe a very difficult task and that you succeeded in doing as part of your work or studies.
Okay, actually, it's a quite difficult question for me because every topic, every task is difficult. for me. That's why I just explained briefly. Actually, I think there are many difficult things that we want to do because they are related to our study and even vital to our success. Today, I'm going to talk about one thing that I have to accomplish when I during study secondary school. That is learning computer skill. Nowadays, primary school have gradually integrated computer skill as a subject, but one time it is still a big deal with a student in rural areas, small cities, especially in village side. But I was born in a rural area in Mymensingh. I had never used computer before that time, and even in school because it was a paper based only. Computer was just an optional subject until the globalization happened. But recently, I read a newspaper about the globalization is approaching and the abilities of using a computer is something that we must have that day or we are going to be down and either and just ever though we don't increase our knowledge. Then I asked my parents to buy a PC and they agreed, and then a couple of months ago my uncle gifted me a laptop. I was very happy and it was not easy for me to get a hand on it. I started to learn about typing, downloading, and to save important documents in my computer. And Microsoft Word, but my typing speed was too slow, and maximum time I just focus computer keywords, keyboard maximum times, and just I know this word, and I think I could use a mobile phone as well, and just very well, but I had no idea how to use a computer. Even today I find using computer so much difficult. However, I keep hoping that day in the future I would be able to use computer normally. Actually, maximum time at present, I try increase my knowledge about a PC so that I become eligible for make documentation and report in my job and education sector in my future, higher education in sector in my future. And I don't want to join a computer coaching because I don't manage my time, and maximum not only manage my time, it just demand very much of me, and that's why I don't join computer coaching. But my one colleague, she's a master of PC, and maximum days she sits next to me when she make document. When she normally usually make document in our hospital, and this time she sits next to me and teaches me how to use those basic function of a PC and just make report in using a computer. And I think if we keep on trying, practicing day by day, and one time I succeed, am doing anything, and I think practice make a man perfect. That's it.
Okay, Sharmin, you have a lot of information. But the fact is that you are speaking very fast and try to
Um,
speak normally, not very fast, not very slow. Okay. And
okay, sir.
instead of one time, you could use once. Once, okay. Uh, if you want to make anything in the past, you can.
Actually, sir, reports are daily reports to daily sent just computer our head office, that means DGNM.
Yeah.
Monthly main report, but we must send daily report.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Sharmin. Who is ready? Who is ready for it? Oh, we are only a few members. Yes, you want to describe. Okay, yes, you are connected. Yes, please describe for me.
Sir, I just request you. I'm not ready for the second topic because
Second for topic,
I'm
that is
busy a
not
little bit
second topic.
because
Yeah, it's part two. This guy was very
second part, sorry.
yeah, second part. Yeah, describe it. I'm ready for it.
Sir, I'm not ready at the moment. Hello?
Okay, no problem. Take your preparation, then we can take part. Yeah.
I will answer in last.
Okay, in this case, Naiva ma'am, you have to answer part three. You are permitted, ma'am. Unmute yourself.
Okay, what are the most difficult job that people do?
What are the
Yeah,
most
I'm here.
jobs
Can you
that
hear
people
me,
do?
teacher?
Yeah, your sound is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Answer the first question.
Okay. Okay. Firstly, I want to emphasize that the persons, young people or old people, they have the goal. I'm sorry. What the most difficult job that people do? Okay. Yeah. Firstly, I want to emphasize that the people have the like the more jobs. So firstly, and I want to say the difficult jobs are more, and for the people choose the difficult choose. For instance, or take me as an example, I want to say that the underground is a difficult job for all the persons, person or people, cause all the I think that they cannot breathe in the under the ground, and they have any problem in the old age. I think that's why this is a problem for their healthy. That way it is a difficult job for the people. And what do you think some people choose to do difficult jobs? I want to emphasize that that's one way of looking at it. However, I won't say that some people only choose this difficult jobs for the and the money. It's clear that all the people tend to agree with that. They want to get more money. Which other jobs? Do you agree or disagree that all jobs are difficult sometimes? Yeah, if I want to say about the agree, I agree that about this, that jobs are difficult sometimes. If we choose the maybe the little jobs, it means I can say the maybe teacher is not the easy for the people, because you must be all the time strict. Sometimes you must be a doctor or be a maybe mother or father. Can you imagine that? Yeah. Sometimes you must to help the students for their all the problems. That's why I think that it's a difficult job for the people. But some of the jobs isn't difficult. That's all.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, to answer this question, especially the last question, can start I partially. Okay,
Okay.
I partially agree. In this case, you have option to support both sides. You can say there are some tasks which are very difficult. And on the other hand, there are also some tasks which are easy. And you can give some example for your answer. Okay.
Okay, I get it that I must choose only one of them. Agree or disagree? Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Partially
thank
agree.
you.
Yeah, that means you
Yeah.
support both of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Stay with us. We have a listening class after this, and I will start it within a very short time. Shiraz, would you like to describe part 3? You are permitted, Shiraz.
Sir, I wanted to talk about Q code because it was a problem of internet connection. I missed that.
Okay, you are permitted. Please describe it.
From Q code. Okay, Shiraz Memon here, and now I'm going to describe a very difficult task that I succeed in doing as part of my work or studies. So, what task I did, why this task was very difficult, how I worked on this task. So, in our daily life, we face so many situations which are difficult to solve, but with hard work and determination, we solve them. Here, I would like to talk about a difficult thing which I did in my high school. Actually, it was to give a presentation in front of the whole class in auditorium. Our science teachers gave us an assignment on the topic of energy consumption, and also it was a topic of the skeleton of human body. And she asked us to present our views in front of all students and teacher, and the guest will be over there, the chief guest from our city. It was they were ministers like the whole citizenship, like a mayor, MP, and MNA. But I made myself so strong that I will do it, and no matter what I will face. So I collected all the points information and started to prepare my presentation and also practice my speaking in front of the mirror. On the assignment day, all went well. I even got 10 out of 10 in it. I was really happy with myself. Everyone prized me a speaking skill and hard work that I put into a presentation and preparing the assignment. After that, my confidence level woke up. I never run away from this kind of assignment and assessment like a presentation again. I'm really happy that I made that good decision in to participate that in that types of competition. It has very difficult for me. It was very difficult for me at that time. Now I am, Alhamdulillah, well prepared about each and everything, and just like now I'm talking in front of the all who are listening to me. Thank you.
Okay, Shiraz, it was a difficult, not like this. We have to say it was difficult. If you use the article are, then of course you have to use a noun after it. Okay.
Yes.
It was a difficult task. It was a difficult problem like this way. And yeah, you speak very well, no doubt. Just keep practicing. If you do regular practice,
Little bit mistakes.
yeah, only a little bit mistakes. And if you have a little bit pronunciation mistake also, because sometimes you are mixing your Urdu accent with your English, so be careful about it. You say all, not all, it will be all, and also, not also, it will be also. Okay. So
Okay, I can
just
understand.
to be careful about it. I think it will be okay.
Thank you, sir.
You have fluency in yourself. It's a plus point for you. So if you do regular practice, it will be okay. Okay,
Thank you,
Shiraz,
sir.
would you like to describe part 3?
Okay, sure. I'm quite confident to answer them question easily.
Okay, first question for you. What are the most difficult jobs that people do?
It can be said that one of the difficult job people are facing are doing right now is about daily wages that according to the situation of each and every country in the world that touches the highest rate of consumers in production. That the wages, the people who earn regularly, that is more difficult job according to right situation.
Okay. Why do you think some people choose to do difficult jobs?
Because they are willing to do a hard job, and hard job pays a lot. That's why they are willing to do a difficult job. In my opinion, I can say that difficult job, according to my opinion, mathematics teaching of mathematics is one of the difficult job ever I have seen. But I choose it and I complete my graduation in mathematics. Now it is easy for me. In initial, the problem, the job is more difficult. If you are doing continuously, you will face it. It will be easy for you, just like.
Yeah. Okay. Do you agree or disagree that all jobs are difficult sometimes?
I am partially agree about this question, because this question brings me that if we are going to start a new job in any kind of company or any kind of school somewhere where we want a job, the job description is too difficult for a new person. As much as the person is going to do the job or doing the job, he will be able to get this job very easily.
Okay, Shiraz, thank you very much for your space. Actually, it was excellent answer.
Thank you so much.
So keep practicing. Within 15 or 20 days, you'll be able to change yourself completely.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Jazakallah.
Okay, dear participant, already we have completed our speaking. Sharmin, have you completed your part 3? Sharmin, you're permitted, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then so we can start our listening, isn't it, Sharmin?
Okay, sir. Part 3, first question. What are the most difficult jobs that people do? Actually, in my opinion, I think firefighting is the hardest job in the world. Needless to say, they play an essential role in protecting people's lives in life-threatening situation. Being a fireman can be both mentally and physically challenging, as you have to deal with emergency cases all the time. Actually, we just realized a couple of months ago this situation. That's it. And second question, why do you think some people choose to do difficult jobs? Maybe they decide to take the hard roads because of something called passion or excitement. As often as not, some difficult jobs are adventures in nature, and these people may find thrill to do such kinds of things. I know everything comes with a price, and some hard jobs will offer a great deal of opportunities that are not common in other professions. Actually, some even enable to live in a decent life above the average standards of life. And maybe a third question, do you agree or disagree that all jobs are difficult sometimes? Actually, I agree this opinion. I think every job has its own difficulties. It depends on what field you are working in and what position you are at. But you can't say that being a house builder is easier than being a finance manager, because this is because the former is physically and demanding due to working under extreme weather, while the latter is mentally drained with numbers and figures. Actually, that is to say no job is easy, and they can be tough sometimes, and that's why I think every jobs are most harder, just their own opinions. That's it.
Okay, Sharmin, thank you very much for your space. Yeah, you speak very well, no doubt, and you have only a little bit problem in some cases. So it's better to record your voice before delivering your speech here. If you record your voice and listen to it, then I think you'll be able to find out your own mistakes, because so now you can understand many things. You can understand the pronunciation problem. In most of the cases, like grammatical problems. So it will help you if you record your voice and listen to yourself. Okay, Sharmin, thank you very much. Okay, dear person, now we can start our listening. Okay, this is the end of our speaking class, so we are going to start our listening. And today we are going to solve Cambridge 12 test 1. Just wait. And we will solve today question number 1 to 10.
You should answer the question, activities suitable for families. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4.
Okay, please show me whether the sound is clear to you or not. I'm going to permit all of you so that you can unmute yourself. Okay. You are permitted, please. You can unmute yourself, no problem.
Teacher, we cannot saw the sentence or view.
Okay, I'm going to share it again. I think ma'am is visible right now. Yeah, it's visible right now. And just show me, is my sound clear to you or not? You can unmute yourself, no problem. You're permitted.
Yeah. It's clear. Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's get started. Please go through the question first. It will be very easy for you to answer. Okay.
You will see
Teacher,
that there
can
is
you
an example
I can
that has been done.
Yeah, never ma'am. Would you like to say anything?
yeah. Repeat please. Okay.
It's okay. Okay, ma'am. Let's get started.
One for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Hi, can I help you?
I'd like to find out if you have any excursions suitable for families.
Sure. How about taking your family for a cruise? We have a steamship that takes passengers out several times a day. It's over 100 years old.
The cruise takes place on a steamship. So steamship has been written in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 4.
Hi, can I help you?
I'd like to find out if you have any excursions suitable for families.
Sure. How about taking your family for a cruise? We have a steamship that takes passengers out several times a day. It's over 100 years old.
That sounds interesting. How long is the trip?
About an hour and a half. And don't forget to take pictures of the mountains. They're all around you when you're on the boat and they look fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, dear participant, already you have got the information for question number 1. Please write down the word in the message box. You have to mention a word here. And already we have heard the word and it's very easy. So write down the word in the message box, please. You have to write down the word. Please do first. Yeah, Shaman, please do first, Shaman. Shaman, yeah, Shaman. Then anyone? Shiraz, what is the answer? Try your level best to answer it. Shiraz, I haven't got the answer. Okay, dear participant, yes, the answer is mountains. You can listen to it again. I think it will be
Plowing for a cruise. We have a steamship that takes passengers out several times a day. It's over 100 years old.
That sounds interesting. How long is the trip?
About an hour and a half. And don't forget to take pictures of the mountains. They're all
Take pictures of the mountains. Take pictures of the mountains. Okay. That is, and take photos. You have heard pictures in the audio, but here they have used the synonym of pictures, that is photos. Is that clear to you?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Let's go forward, please. Yeah, all of you have done well.
all around you when you're on the boat, and they look fantastic.
Okay. And I assume there's a cafe or something on board?
Sure. How old are your children?
My daughter's 15 and my son's 7.
Right. Well, there are various things you can do once you've crossed the lake to make a day of it. One thing that's very popular is a visit to the country farm. You'll let off the boat by the farmer, and he'll take you to the holding pens where the sheep are kept. Children love feeding them.
My son would love that. He really likes animals.
Well, there's also a
Okay, dear participant, already you have heard the information for part 2. You have to mention the name of an animal. You have heard it. Visit can include a 40-minute ride on a dash on which animal. Yeah, please mention first. Please, okay, Yasir, Shamin, yes. Okay, all of you have done well. Yes, the right answer is horse, and I think it's clear to you, so I won't repeat it. Okay, Naiva, thank you for the minutes, and let's go forward.
40-minute trek around the farm on a horse if he wants.
Do you think he'd manage it? He hasn't done that before.
Sure, it's suitable for complete beginners.
Good.
And again, visitors are welcome to explore the farm on their own, as long as they take care to close gates and so on. There are some very beautiful gardens along the side of the lake, which also belong to the farm.
Okay, already you have got the information. Please mention it. Please. Yasir, Naiva, Shami, Shiraz, please, I can you answer first. Okay, garden is the right answer. Thank you. Let's go forward.
They'll be just about better. You could easily spend an hour or two there.
Okay, well, that all sounds good. And can we get lunch there?
You can, and it's very good, though it's not included in the basic cost. You pay.
Okay, already you have got the information for go. What is the right word, please? For go, please. Only two answers, right down. Yeah, lunch is the right answer. So thank you. We have secured 4 out of 4. Let's go forward.
I really get that.
Right. Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 5 to 10.
Yeah, go through the question first.
Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
So is there anything else to do over on that side of the lake?
Well, what you can do is take a bike over on the ship and then go on a cycling trip. There's a trail there called the Back Road. You could easily spend 3 or 4 hours exploring it, and the scenery is wonderful. They'll give you a map when you get your ticket for the cruise. There's no
Okay, already we have got the information. What is your answer? Please write down. They will give, and here you have got is provided. Instead of give, they have used is provided. So now we have to mention the noun. Yasir map, Naima map, and Sharmin getting ticket. Actually, it should be map. So listen to it, Sharmin, again.
Well, what you can do is take a bike over on the ship and then go on a cycling trip. There's a trail there called the Back Road. You could easily spend 3 or 4 hours exploring it, and the scenery is wonderful. They'll give you a map when you get your ticket.
They will give you a map. Sharmin, is it clear to you? Please. Sharmin, have you got the point? Please mention it.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, let's go forward.
The cruise. There's no extra charge.
What's the trail like in terms of difficulty?
Quite challenging in places. It wouldn't be suitable for your 7-year-old. It needs someone who's got a bit more experience.
Well, my daughter loves cycling.
Okay, already you have got the information for 6. What do you think? What do they need? Yeah. It's experience, and thank you very much for it. Okay, let's go forward.
Yeah, and so do I. So maybe the 2 of us could go, and my wife and son could stay on the farm. That might work out quite well. But we don't have bikes here. Is there somewhere we could rent them?
Yes, there's a place here in the city. It's called Ratchison.
I'll just make a note of that. How do you spell it?
Ratchesons. It's just by the cruise ship terminal.
Okay.
Okay, here you have heard the name of a particular place. Now you have to mention the name of the place, and they have spelled it. The spelling is not right. Yes, you are almost near the right answer, but the spelling is not right. Okay, please listen to it again. I think it will be very easy for you.
Do you spell it?
Ratchesons.
So do I. So maybe the 2 of us could go, and my wife and son could stay on the farm. That might work out quite well. But we don't have bikes here. Is there somewhere we could rent them?
Yes, there's a place here in the city. It's called Ratchison.
I'll just make a note of that. How do you spell it?
Ratchesons. It's just by the cruise ship terminal.
Okay.
You'd also need to
Already you have got the verb. Yeah. That's it, sentence. Yeah, the spelling is right. Right. Who's spelling? Sharmin's spelling is right. Naiva ma'am, I'm extremely sorry. Your spelling is not right. Because no need to use T before S. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sharon, you can see Sharmin's spelling. Her spelling is right. Okay, let's go forward.
to pick up a repair kit for the bike from there to take along with you. And you'd need to take along a snack and some water. It'd be best to get those in the city.
Fine. That shouldn't be a problem. And I assume I can rent a helmet from the bike place.
Sure, you should definitely get that.
Okay, already you have got the information. Please write down. Write down, please. Yeah, Yasir, where is your answer? Where is Yasir? Yasir, write down your answer, please. However, helmet is the right answer. Helmet. Okay, Yasir, thank you. Let's go forward.
It's a great ride, but you want to be well prepared because it's very remote. You won't see any shops around there or anywhere to stay. So you need
Okay, already you have got the information for 9. What do you think?
Teacher, can you repeat, please? I don't get.
Yeah, ma'am. Do you need repeat? Yasir, send an answer. Okay, for Shamin and Naiva, ma'am, I'm going to repeat. Please.
That shouldn't be a problem. And I assume I can rent a helmet from the bike place.
Sure, you should definitely get that. It's a great ride, but you want to be well prepared because it's very remote. You won't see any shops around there or anywhere to stay. So you need to get back in time for the last boat.
Yeah. So what sort of
Okay, already you have got the already you have got the information, please.
places are we looking at?
Shops. No, not anywhere. Only one correct answer you have to mention, that is shops. Yeah, shops. You will find. Now listen to it again. It will be clear.
I can rent a helmet from the bike place.
Sure, you should definitely get that. It's a great ride, but you want to be well prepared because it's very remote. You won't see any shops around there.
You won't see any shops around there. Have you got the right answer, please? Yes. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, Let's go forward. You are going to answer last question. But the fact is that, dear participant, here you have to do a little math. You have to minus one number and you have to plus another number with it, then you will get the total number. Okay, so of course, be more careful and try to listen every words. Let's go forward.
Or anywhere to stay. So you need to get back in time for the last boat.
Yeah. So what sort of prices are we looking at?
Let's see. That would be one adult and one child for the cruise with farm tour. That's $117. And an adult and a child for the cruise only, so that's $214 altogether. Oh, wait a minute. How old did you say your daughter was?
15.
Then I'm afraid it's $267 because she has to pay the adult fare, which is $75, instead of the child fare, which is $22. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, already we have got the information and we have heard the amount from the woman, yeah, from the woman. What do you think? What is the amount? Shaman says, yeah, thank you very much. It's 267. Okay, now write down layers for place. Because already we have completed 10 questions. So yes, a 10 out of 10, then Shamin, is it so? Yes, it is. Okay. Shamin 7, Naiba ma'am 10 a 9 out of 10. Naiba ma'am, you have done well today, and Shamin also have done well today. Because in our previous class, Shamin secured how much mark? Only 5 or 6, like this. Okay, from this point of view, you have done well. You are always last. Okay, a day will come when you will be always first. Okay, dear participants, thank you very much for your participation here. And already we have completed our listening and our speaking. So if you have any question, you can ask me, or I will leave the meeting. Please.